Oh, namaste and good morning. What a beautiful morning. Surya Narayan has come out and let us pay adoration to Surya Narayan. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhinahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Adorations to Guru. Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. Wow. You know, recently I had the opportunity of doing some food distribution to the needy people in New York. My good friend of ITV, Dampal Ji, and collaboration with Arya Samaj. And just giving out food to people, holding the boxes and the trays with cooked food. And it was a good feeling, and it took me back to all the relief work I was able to do all parts of the world. Anyway, Bharat SEVASHRAM saying that's our middle name, SEVASHRAM. And all over ashrams, this we take a pride in doing this kind of a relief work. I can remember my first was Andhra Pradesh. I was sent there, and we went with a team way inside the affected area. The fishermen, they were next to the area. That's the area that's heavily affected because they would have lived right next to the water, and the cyclone came in from there. And we went and with our team, and we started doing distribution. And I was there giving out powdered milk and biscuits and other things. And hardly anybody was there. But I wasn't paying attention, and then suddenly a huge crowd came. And they were so hungry naturally, and they were wanting something to eat. We couldn't control them. And then suddenly I felt like I was lifted up by my arms. One of those cartoon movies scene was dragged into the house. And then I realized why the Swamijis did that, because if I was in that mob of hungry people, I could have been hurt. We stayed quiet for a little while. Then we continued to relief work, going to different villages and going to homes and doing for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, nothing green to eat, dal and rice and aloo, that's it, potato, nothing else. And water, you're struggling for water, but you know, after some time, the Guru will take care of you. And that was a good experience. We had to sleep on the outside, on the front of the Shiva temple. And I could remember trying to take a bath. The only thing there was a well, one of those, well, you throw the bucket down and it fill up the water. But there's always a line. One morning I go early, and by 2, but the ladies were there, and they give me a chance to bathe, and that's how it can be trying, but you know, you adjust. Another time we went to this tsunami in South India, Tamil Nadu. We were there. I was so happened being in India, and that time when we went, and our Secretary Swamiji asked me to go, and then we did immediate relief. Oh, it was so horrible that so many people died there that we had to arrange a drag line to dig a big hole, and we'll throw bodies in there and then cover it up, of course, with the government and every work in collaboration. And then we stayed on for the relief work. And I was in charge of rebuilding 200 homes, and for 3 months. And every morning I leave at 6 in the morning, walk like a mile from our place where we were staying, and then stay until 6. They would bring my food. But what a scene that, you know, the houses were damaged right on the beach. And we will start rebuilding houses. And we did a good job. There was a temple on the beach that we had to rebuild, and another temple, huge one inside, that we also rebuilt because that was part of it. But one of the things that we do also during this time is the psychological counseling, going from houses, listening to the people's troubles, having an interpreter. And there was a lady, a young girl rather, she was telling her story that how she, during when this tsunami was coming, she was out with her baby on the beach, and her one 2-year-old and one 4-year-old. So two boys. And she said she saw the water receding, and then everybody screaming, "Run!" And she ran, but the water caught up with her, and she had to make a decision. Water was already at her neck, and she had to make the decision. She was being blown away, forced away by the current of the water coming online. So he had to make a decision to save herself and decide which of those child she wants to save. And then she let go of the baby, the 2-year-old, and then she held on to the tree with her right hand and holding on to the 4-year-old left hand. Of course, the next morning, she went and saw her baby in the branch of a tree. Of course, the baby died, 2-year-old died, and she always would go there, and I would go, and she'll ask me, "Swamiji, come and pray," and she'll be crying in tears. So these are things that we do, and it's all right. I can handle it. I have the training, and with the grace of the Guru. And then another time to Orisha cyclone. We went there, and I went, and I was in Nepal and came, and then we had to do collection in Bombay. And one gentleman, he gave us a whole lot of tarpaulin for the tents, a lot of stuff, and other people donated medical supplies. And I was in charge of taking that supply, 1 carload of train by myself to Orisha from Bombay. And then we went there. Oh my God. It was so beautiful to see the work that our ashram was doing. The only building that survived, way in the savannah, we went. And I went there that first day. And Swamiji says that, okay, you seem like you're uncomfortable. Yes, Swamiji, the bodies are lying and they're smelling badly right next to our tent, our building. And then he says, oh, this boy here has been with us. And 17 of his members in that village that over there, no houses are there now, just the land, the open land. And he says, go with him because his family is lying all over the field, 17 of them. And we try to cremate them. And we were trying, he was there, he was crying, and he will identify, this is my sister, this is my father, this is my uncle, mother, and everything. And then he said we had to cremate the body. So we'll be pulling 2 or 3 of them together, put some cloth and kerosene, and light a fire. But after some time, I got a little brave. Instead of using the spade, I held one of his sister. She was there, and you will think that she's sleeping, but when I held her 2 legs and started pulling to bring her next to the place that we had our 2 bodies, her legs came off, and I just fell back into the muddy water, and oh, what a messy scene. And after that, I gave up because that was too much for me. I left and went to camp, took a bath and everything. But after 4 days doing that, I got sick myself because, we're drinking shallow well water and eating the food and exposing to mosquitoes were in the thousands. And then I had to go to Calcutta. When I went to Calcutta, they put me on the train with the help of one passenger. And when I went to Calcutta, Buddhan and Shamji would have said, what happened to you? You turned blue. And then he said, okay, you got to go in the IV now. So they put me there 2 weeks after. I'm okay. And they asked me if I want to go back. No, I'll skip this one. But when we do this, and all the time in the night you go and do the meditation, and with the seva, and then you try to, when you go to meditation, instantaneously, and you go into that state, and your guru will come to you, and he'll communicate in the meditation. I can remember he committed in a dream then, and this is how he comes to you. So for me, Swami Parameshananda ji, he communicates. He's not a God that stays in the murti. He communicates through miracle, America SEVASHRAM Sheng, bringing me there and serving for 2 years, give me the foundation to go to India, and coming out of the murti, and also taking me into places, putting me in places, reaching the right people at the right time. This is all God's work. So for me, when I speak about consciousness manifesting itself, I'm speaking in that term, based on this relief work. And there's so much that we did, leprosy work, going into the bushes, bringing out people. People are saying, oh, you're going to catch the leprosy, but it's not contagious. With tribal welfare, there were no people way up in the mountains of Bihar. They had no clothes. We go there. We try to work with them, but they break down a building that we put up. Eventually, through the help of one of their tribal boy who came to our ashram, we work with him and we are able to establish this work. And so the work is going on. Our Swamiji in Fiji is always doing relief work. Swamiji in Guyana, always going, giving out hampers in Essequibo, other places. All our Swamijis are so great people that when this brotherhood of ours, we look up to each one in the same way, show love and appreciation. Because Swami Parameshananda would have said that when the ashram will disintegrate, when monks, Swamijis, show differences and dislike for one another, that will be the demise of the ashram. So today, let us all take this message and you also find a way to serve. Because when you do that, you don't need the murtis anymore. God comes to you and He provides everything for you, including the wisdom and the peace and success. And He takes you and let you become one like Him, consciousness. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Oh, take this message and put it into practice.